I just want to thank Kayla. This is so special. Thank you for being a part of these sweet nights, honestly, that we just get to love on people and show them that they matter. It's really beautiful. And then I think this is the part where you raise your hand and then I say yes or no. Does anybody have a question? Okay.
So I'm all the way from Brazil.
Awesome.
So how is to keep your heart pure and humble? I mean, in Brazil, your music is a big deal. It's really well known. So how is to keep your heart pure once your music is like all around the world?
Oh, okay, great question. But let me start off by saying I love Brazil. Brazil is the first country that I ever went to outside of the United States. And I always get the Brazilian flag on the comments and stuff, like, how much longer? And we were supposed to go to Brazil in 2020 and then the world shut down. So we're coming back, we will. But I love your country, I think it's beautiful. How do I keep my heart pure? This is the thing that I personally love. First of all, I'm from Louisiana. I'm a Southern girl through and through. I grew up in the swamps. And our people down there, we're very Cajun, and there's just a simplicity to life, right? And it doesn't matter. Brad Pitt and Angelina Jolie lived down there for a long time, and there's a reason why. It's just because people will see you as another person. And I think that's something that's really beautiful about our culture and about the way I was raised. My grandfather, he would talk to like a homeless man and the president of the United States the exact same. There was never any hierarchy. And I think growing up with that as an expression of how to see people and how to love people is why I keep that humility. It's because fame is not fun, I'll be honest. It's not cool. I love just getting to be with people and seeing them for who they are, and then in turn feeling that in the same way, you know? So I don't ever want to get too big for my britches, as they'd say in Louisiana.
Thank you.
Yeah, thank you.
Michael?
Tell me the story behind Thank God I Do.
Oh, okay, cool. I love this story. Well, COVID impacted everybody in multiple ways, but for me, it was the epitome of devastation. I was on this world tour that was going to be the biggest tour of my life at that time, and we got the phone call and everything had to just be shut down, right? And I remember going home and thinking, okay, they said this will last a couple weeks. This will be good. It'll be a reset. And little did I know the world was going to be sitting for a hot minute. And the pain of that and just such disappointment was really hard to overcome. But the thing that was the most difficult was the animosity in the world at the time. And seeing people that were against each other in this idea of love that I have for other people and unity that I have for other people, it was the thing that completely shook my foundations, if you will. And so it led to a lot of panic attacks, anxiety, depression. And in the process of that, I had two friends. I had this panic attack that lasted for like 7 hours, and my mom and a friend sat with me through it. I had never known what this was. I didn't know what was happening. And I wrote the song right after that with Jason Ingram, who I'll be performing with tonight. And I wrote it just because it was the clearest picture of God that I had seen in a long time. Just seeing him love me through other people who didn't give any element of shame or rejection or like this girl's losing her mind. They were just with me in the process, and that really, it set me free. And so that's what I ended up writing the song about.
Sammy.
Thank you.
Thanks.
Hey.
Oh, yay. Hey, Sammy.
How are you?
Good.
I went to ask you earlier, it looks like there's something written on your hat. Is that
Yes.
something special? And we get to ask you questions, but is there a special message that you were hoping to convey to us, and does that have anything to do with
cool.
messages on your hat?
This hat, my friend, it's Pate Jackson Hats, and he made it, gave it to me on the day of the album release. So for everybody that doesn't know, we have a record out. It released May 12th. And it's the first of 2 albums, so we have another one coming in the fall that I can't wait for. And this is lyrics and song titles that are written all over the hat. He burned them into the hat. And then the fabric that's used on the hat was the fabric from the photo shoot that has the album cover with all the little pieces of yarn and stuff. So it's kind of like the album hat, if you will. Yeah. And then do I have any message? Well, gosh, I feel like always have something to say. But I just want everybody to know I love what we get to do. I love being up here, and what you do matters as well. You give a voice to us, and you allow the things that we have to say to be highlighted and elevated and brought in front of people, and that's really dear. It's really special. You have a very important position, and I know the media right now gets a lot of scrutiny for various things or whatever, but I just want to empower you to know that you have a position of making or breaking in whatever you do. You can either help someone and bring someone to beauty and to fruition, to their dream and their call, or you can absolutely devastate someone and bring their heart to just utter shame and distress. So the job that you have is not a job to hold lightly. Headlines at the sake of people's ridicule, it's not worth it. It spreads hate in the world. And I just want to encourage you to keep being the people that put good material in front of people's faces, that keep encouraging people and bringing them on their journey, because the world is looking for people who will bring something kind and something good. We have enough people out there that's willing to tear people apart, but for the people who are willing to take a stand and say, no, I'm going to use this platform and this gift of media to spread hope and joy and kindness into the world, that is the most important thing that you can do with your call. And so I just want to honor you guys and say thank you. Thank you for keeping it kind, and thank you for keeping it positive. We're grateful. Yeah.
Thank you.
All right. Thank